Good afternoon. Monday, February the 27th. Next to the last day of Black History Month. And my salute to the Black word masters of our past. Today I go to a word master who was taken from us in a subway station in New York City by a white transit cop in 1968. I think in May of 1968. May 23rd, I believe. Henry Dumas. Mr. Dumas was a child of the South who moved along with his family to the Great Migration to Harlem and found his voice in words. Found his voice, found his love, found his life in Harlem, moved into Illinois, went to Southern Illinois. His poetry was probably kept in obscurity until his death. But once it was revealed, the greatness of his words still linger on. Henry Dumas was a victim of police brutality, and in my opinion, he was killed at a subway station. They say it was a case of mistaken identity. Henry Dumas also spent his life wanting to be seen, recognized. He was the visible man. So today I'm going to salute Henry Dumas in his words, his poetic words, my voice. First, take this river. We move up a spine of earth that bridges the river and the canal, and where a dining white log, finger-like, sloping off the bank, claws at the slope. We stumble and we laugh. We move slowly beneath the moon's eye near the shine of the river's blood face. The canal's veil of underbrush sweats frost, and this ancient watery scar retains the motionless tears of men with troubled spirits. For, like the whole earth, this land of mine is soaked. Shadows together we fall on the grass without a word. We have run this far from town. We have taken the bony course, rocky and narrow. He leading, I following. Our breath streams into October as the wind sucks our sweat in a leaf. We've come a long way, long way, man. He points over the river where it bends west and east and leaves our sight. I guess we have, I pant. I hear my angry muscles talking to my bones and we laugh. The hood of the night is coming. Up the river, down the river. The sky and night kiss between the wind. You know, Ben says, this is where I brought Evelyn. Look, we sat on that log and we watched that river egret till it flew away with the evening. But ma'am, she is a funny girl, A.E. But she looks like me, Jamaica woman. But she asked me all the questions, ma'am. I'm going to miss her, ma'am, I.E. But I will, E.U., I love you. But I do, E.U., he says, and he blows a kiss into the wind, broken shadows upon the canal forming blur as she as leaves shudder again, again. Tell me this, Ben, I say. Do you love American girls? You know, do most Jamaicans understand this country? We almost laugh. Our sweat is gone. He whispers aye on a long, low breath. As we turn full circle to the river, our backs to the blind canal. I am not most Jamaicans. I am only Ben, and tomorrow I'll be gone. And you, I love you. I, my woman, how can I love you? Blurred images upon the river flow together, and we are there. What did she ask you, I say? Everything and nothing, maybe. But I couldn't tell her all. We almost laughed, 'cause I don't know it all, man. Look, see over there. We walk down from there where the park ends and the canal begins. Where that red shell rock down the slope there, see? Sits itself up like a figure. We first touch our hands and up floats this log. Not in the river, but in the canal there. It's slimy and old, and I kick it back, and ma'am, she does too. Then she asks me, Benny, if I cry, when you leave me, would you remember me more? I.e., she's a natural goddess. And she asks me, Benny, when you think of Jamaica, can you picture me there? And while she's saying this, she's reaching for the river current, like she's feeling its pulse, and she asks me, Benny, America means something to you? Maybe our meeting, our love, has something to do with America, like the river. Do you know, Benny? Aye, ma'am, I tell you, she might make me marry. Aye, ooh, Jamaica moon. And how can I say, I tell her, Africa somewhere is Africa. Do you understand, I say to her? And she looks at me with the moon, and I hear the winds and the leaves, and we do not laugh, and we are so close now, no wind between us. I say to her, I do not know America, except maybe in my tears. Maybe when I look out for Jamaica, sometimes at the ocean water, maybe then I know this country, but I know that we, EU, I know that this river goes and goes. She takes me to the ocean, the mother of water, and then I'm home, and she tells me she knows. By the silence of her eyes, I reach out hands again and bathe them in the night current, and I say, take this river, EU, i.e., wind around us, i.e., my God. Only the night knows how we kiss. He stands up, a rain cloud, sailing upon a leak whirls and momentary embrace of our memories. Let's run, I say, and warm these bones, but he trots a bit and stops. Looking at his Jamaica sky, let's run the long road west, down the river road, I say. And I tell you of my woman, I.e., we laugh, but we stop, and then up the spiny ridge we race through the trees like spirited fingers of frosty air. We move towards some blurred mechanical light, edged like an egret, and swallowed by the night into this land of mine. And the wind is cold, a prodding finger at our back, the still earth except for us, and from behind the ebon cloak, the moon observes, and we do not laugh, we do not cry. And where the land slopes, we take the river, but we do not stumble. We do not laugh, we do not cry, we do not stop. Next, right, that's R-I-T-E, like rights. Voodoo, green clenching his waist, Obi purple wringing his neck, Shango, god of spirit, whispering in his ear, thunderlight, stabbing the island of blood rising from his skull. Mojo bone in his fist strikes the sun from his eye. On claw makes his wrist. He recalls the rights of strength carved upon his chest. Black flame like tongues of glass ripples beneath a river of sweat. Strike the island, strike the sun, strike the eye of evil, strike the guilty one. No power can stay the mojo when Obi is purple and Vodo is green and Shango is whispering, bathe me in blood, I am not clean. Next up, funk. The great god Shango in the African sea reached down with palm oil and oozed out me. Son of Mississippi. Up from Mississippi I grew, bare walking cane stalk, making a hungry belly talk. Up from the river of death, walk bare and stalk cane, making angry, hungry belly talk. Up from Mississippi I grew, up from the river of pain, out of the long red earth dripping, rising, spreading out in deltas and plains, out of the strong black earth turning over by on plow, out of the swamp green earth dripping with moss and snakes, out of the loins of levied lands muscling its American vein, the great father of waters I grew up, beside the prickly bowl of white, beside the bone-filled Mississippi, rolling on and on, breaking over, cutting off, ignoring my bleeding fingers. Bare stalk and sun walk, I hear the boll weevil talk, 'cause I grew up beside the ox and the bow, beside the rock church in the shack row, beside the fox and the crow, beside the melons and the maize, beside the hound dog, beside the pink hog, flea hunting, mud grunting, cat fishing, dog pissing in the Mississippi, rolling on and on, ignoring the colored coat I spun of cotton fibers, cane, sweat, riverboat, nigger bone floating. Up from Mississippi I grew, wailing strong, a song with every strain. Woman gone, woe man too. Baby cry rent, pause, daddy flew. Next up, the zebra goes wild where the sidewalk ends. Neon stripes tighten my walls where my crayon landlord hangs from a bent nail. My black father sits crooked in the kitchen, drunk on Jesus wine turned to cheap wine. In his trimmer he curses the landlord who grins from inside the rent book. My father's eyes are bowls of cotton. He sits upon the landlord's operating table, the needle of the nation, sucking his soul. Chains of light race over my stricken city, glistening web spun by the white widowed spider. I see this wild arena where we are harnessed by alien electric shadows. Even when the sun washes the debris, I will recall my landlord hanging in my room and my father moaning in Jesus' tomb. In America, all zebras are in the zoo. I hear the pistons bark and the cars spark. Let us program rabies. The madness is foaming now. No wild zebras roam the American plain. The mad dogs are running. The African zebra is gone into the dust. I see the shadow thieves coming, and my father on the specimens table. Next up, knees of a natural man. My old man took me to the Fulton fish market. We walk around in the guts and the scales. My old man showed me a dead fish, eyes like throat spit. He say, "You hungry, boy?" I say, "No, not yet." My old man showed me how to pick the leavings. He say people throw away fish that's not rotten. We scaling on our knees back uptown on Lenox. Sold 5 fish, keeping 1 for the pot. My old man copped a bottle of wine. He says, "Boy, build me a fire out in the lot." Backyard cat climbing up my leg for fish. I make a fire in the ash can. My old man come with when he smell fish. Frank Williams is with them. They got wine. My old man say, the boy caught the big one. He tell a big lie and slap me on the head. I give the guts to the cat and take me some wine. We walk around the sparks like we in hell. My old man is laughing and coughing up wine. He says, you hungry, boy? I say, nah, not yet. Next time I go to Fulton Fish Market, first thing I do is take a long drink of wine. Next up, love song. Beloved, I have to adore the earth. The wind must have heard your voice once. It echoes and sings like you. The soil must have tasted you once. It is laden with your scent. The trees honor you in gold and blush when you pass. I know why the North Country is frozen. It's been trying to preserve your memory. I know why the desert burns with fever. It was too wet. It was wet too long without you. On hands and knees, the ocean begs up a beach and falls at your feet. I have to adore the mirror of the earth. You have taught her well how to be beautiful. Next up, peas. Peas in the pod, peas in my gut, peas in the belly roll doing the strut. Black eyes over, black eyes down, black eyes, brown eyes, going to town. Next up, yams. I made a yam ship for my belly with my spoon, and sweet riding jelly bread kept me till noon. And finally, brown signs. Brown sound, chocolate memories, like the first time you saw grapes and tasted them and learned the color blue. Brown sound, cream milk, echoes like the first time you saw bees and tasted gold and learned the honey tongue. Brown sound, Africa pulses like the first time you exploded between legs and heard drums and learned the message of rhythm, love. Brown sounds, America pulses plus pushing down trees like the first time you saw that wild, crazy horse riding through painted deserts and you learned the Grand Canyon. Red mother, brown sound, black outline like the first time. Like the first time is the last time. Like that. Henry Dumas, in his words, my voice, in his great poetic words, he was taken from us at the age of 35 on a subway travel or a subway station in New York by a transit police officer, a white transit police officer. You know, they say he was a mistaken identity, and I wonder. 1968, black man shot by a white transit officer, mistaken identity. Have a great day. Last day of February tomorrow, Tuesday, February 28th. Today, Monday, February 27th. See you later on this evening with Project Uplift Literacy, latest Body Down.